Fishing is an activity practiced for many reasons. Some people do it in the wild for survival, needing the fresh meat that the sea creatures require to survive. On the other hand, people simply do it as a leisure activity, finding fun in catching what they can and then releasing them back in the water to continue their life. In the video you are about to watch, the man was out catching fish for fun when something extremely disturbing happened upon arrival back to his base camp. The area had a toilet block, which was unisex and public to any people passing by. This is why the man was so concerned once he heard what he did coming from inside.
Yo, what the f- What the? Bro. There's nobody in here. Yo.
Strangely, the sound of a human, seemingly a female, screaming echoed around the base camp, and this was very disturbing. Being the brave man the fisher was though, he decided to enter the bathroom in case someone genuinely needed help. This was when he found nobody though. Graveyards are the most likely places in the world for someone to experience paranormal activity, and this is why they are such spooky locations at nighttime. Wandering around these places gives off an eerie feeling, and it is understandable why considering how many dead people lie underneath you. The following video was captured in a graveyard and showcases one of the rare scenarios where a ghost was caught in the act on camera. Take a look.
Espíritu, alguna entidad, algún demonio de este lugar, quiero que me hagas un ruido y estás aquí conmigo. Solamente queremos ahí te encuentras con nosotros. Te estoy invocando y estás aquí conmigo. Solamente quiero saber que estás aquí conmigo. Ay, ya madre, no mames, no mames. Uy, oh madre, no manchen, no manchen, no manchen, no manchen, no manchen, no manchen. No manchen, no manchen, no manchen. Uy, oh madre. Uy, yo sé que te encuentras aquí. Yo sé que te encuentras en este lugar, queremos verte. Yo sé que te encuentras aquí. Ay, me dio miedo. Solamente queremos saber quién eres, qué es lo que necesitas. ¿Qué es lo que necesitas? Vieron, amigos, vieron.
Weirdly, the door opened on its own accord, and after revealing what was behind it, things got even scarier. Nothing. The fact that there was nothing visible in the area meant that something from the dead side of the world was tampering with the man that night, and it's safe to say he didn't enjoy it. These two women were getting ready to leave the house, but little did they know what was about to happen if they followed through. They had both been invited to their friend's 40th birthday party and had spent the entire morning getting ready for the event. They did their makeup, purchased new dresses, and even went as far as buying a very expensive present. It was undoubtedly going to be an amazing night, at least until they checked the cameras afterwards. Just as they left the room to leave for the party, they got a notification for movement in their room and decided to leave it and look later. Thank the Lord they did. Somehow, an item moved by itself the second they left, and they still haven't found out why to this day. The ashes of loved ones are often kept by families to always remember those who passed away. When someone dies, they have the option to be cremated or buried, and they make this choice prior to death. If they choose to be cremated, then the family has the option to keep hold of the ashes from the burning, and the owner of the upcoming Airbnb did this. He decided to place the ashes on the piano because she always loved to play it at night, but the guests of the Airbnb far from loved it. Confused? Watch the clip.
Okay, I usually do not, or I never have believed in like haunted stuff, okay? But I'm out at Skinny Atlas Lake, the Fingers Lakes in upstate New York. And the Airbnb I'm staying at, the guy did say, just FYI, we do have people say that they hear a piano play at night. And I thought it was bullshit. And I swear to God, I've heard it. It plays. There's nobody fucking in here. I'm going to walk over here. So in case I die, I have a documentation of it, okay? It's an old house. It's on a beautiful lake, though. But I did find out the guy who owns the place, daughter died in a car wreck. And her ashes are on the piano. God, I get chills. But that's the piano. And it plays at night. And it freaks me out. I have chill bumps just being in this room. I do not get a good vibe. But it's scary as shit.
Supposedly, the piano started playing at night, and the story is believable considering how dark the piano was, looming in the shadows. However, some people need to see it to believe it, and the creator of this video posted a second, actually capturing the piano on camera whilst it played. Undeniable proof.
I'm fucking telling you, this place is fucking haunted. Do you heard that?
Yeah, I can't do this shit. It's so scary.
No, you go in there with me.
Yes. You have to go first.
Just stay behind me. Fuck you. It keeps playing, I swear. No, dude, I'm not going up in that bitch. It's this piano, I swear to God it is. No, dude, you got me fucked up. If I die, I swear, I will. Oh, shit! Dude, no.
After the two men argued for a moment over who would go first, they eventually went into the room and nothing happened, but not for long. A singular note was played on the piano, and they were both sent running to the local bar to drink their fear away. It took them 3 hours to return. On November 16th of 2013, Marcus, a young man, was in his apartment with his roommate when one of the weirdest things of his life happened. It was getting late, and he and Johnny, the roommate, decided they would go to sleep, so they had enough energy for their early lecture the next day. They brushed their teeth, washed their faces, and followed their regular routines before going to their beds. This is the exact moment that the apartment suddenly filled with cold.
Rato que escuché algo, ¿viste? Uy. Uy, no, voy a prender la luz. Uy, voy a ver algo en el baño, el vaso. Uy, chamo. Ronnie, parate, chamo. Hey. Ronnie. Uy, la luz. Chamo, parate. ¡Ey, Ronnie! ¡Ay! ¡Ay, chamo! ¡Uy! ¡Chamo! ¡Chamo, parate!
For some unknown reason, the door to the closet moved in Marcus's room, and he didn't know how to react other than beckoning for his roommate's assistance. Moments after ending the recording, Johnny stormed into the room, and all of a sudden the feeling of coldness left the household. Marcus still vividly remembers the event to this day, and always tells it as a story. Children's songs can be the most wholesome things on the planet. They educate kids on all sorts of things, and help them develop in general, serving the same purpose as children's stories. However, in some scenarios, these heartwarming tunes can turn into gut-wrenching nightmares, and make things extremely demented. You see, at night, when there is nobody around, all these songs do is add to the eerie feeling that a ghost is hovering around the area, and in the following video, this was most definitely the case.
No puede ser, no.
No. ¿Qué? ¿Me vas a comer? No, me vas a comer. Me vas a comer bien la pija, ¿sabes? Actividad paranormal. Dio huevo, Ahí va. Tuki, Ahí está. Perfecto, ahí está. Actividad paranormal. La verga. No, chupame.
Disturbingly, the vehicle started playing the popular song Baby Shark, except it wasn't the same as usual. It made the room cold and tormented the victim so much that he was forced to put it outside. This is when things escalated to the next level and the door started knocking. He needed to stop recording and fueling the creature. He explained afterwards that the knocking continued for a good 17 minutes before coming to a halt, and he was given peace for the rest of the night. To his daughter's dismay though, he threw the vehicle into the trash, but made it up to her by purchasing a new one the next week. All he could do was hope that it wouldn't also be haunted. After purchasing the new bike for his daughter, things went fine for a solid week. He became so convinced that the house had no spirits in it that he finally turned off the air purifier, which he believed would help them. Little did he know that this was the worst mistake of his life, because just 3 hours after doing this act, all hell broke loose.
Vaya, Estuve escuchando unos ruidos que venían de la pieza acá. ¿Qué mierda? Esto siempre tiene que pasar a la noche, hermano. Siempre tiene que pasar a la noche, brother. ¿Vos qué onda? ¿Vas a hablar ahora vos? ¿Vas a hablar? No vas a hablar, No sé la verdad. ¿Qué decir? Mirá, escúchame. Punto número uno. Si vos pensás que me va a asustar cerrando y abriendo puertita, me podés comer bien los huevos, ¿está? Punto 2. Si te gusta abrir y cerrar puertita, me podés limpiar los platos, barrer un poquito, ¿sí? Y punto 3, me voy a dormir y te vas a dejar de romper la pelota, ¿estamos? Es increíble. Bueno, bienvenidos a mi sitcom.
Out of nowhere, he couldn't find his daughter and searched the entire house for her. It was after checking her room, though, that the door slammed shut and he was taken very aback due to nobody being in there while he searched it. What made things even stranger is that the father decided to go to his ex house to see if she visited her, but she wasn't there. It was when he arrived home that his daughter was laying on her bed, like nothing happened in the first place. It was the morning of the solar eclipse, and the following family were really excited to see it. They were quite a young family compared to other ones, and the children especially weren't able to recall an eclipse happening in their lifetime. This called for some big hype towards the event, and they woke up very early out of excitement. I bet they regretted this though, because little did any of them know that the eldest child, Justin, was going to encounter a spirit that day. If you listen closely, you can hear a voice asking how Justin found it, but we don't know what it was yet, and neither did Justin. He ran upstairs to his mother's room, who decided to post the footage to social media and explain what happened publicly so that everyone could understand the story. And it was a very creepy story time, to say the least.
where he dropped his noodles. He ran upstairs, came busting in my room, jumping all over my bed, hiding in the corner, screaming and hollering, saying he didn't want to die. Somebody was in the house, telling me to get mine because somebody was in the house. And I'm like trying to tell him to calm down, be quiet, so I can hear what he's saying. Like, nobody's in the house. I kept telling him, nobody's in the house. Like, calm down. What is wrong? What happened? But like, he kept yelling. And I'm like, calm down. So then I call my dad and I'm like, Dad, man saying somebody in the house. He won't get out of my room so that I can get them out the closet so I can figure stuff out. And he would not move. We started hearing footsteps. I mean, big, heavy feet coming up the steps. So like now at this point, I'm terrified. I throw my robe on. I push him into the room with his brothers. I started coming down the steps with nothing in my hands. At this point, I'm just thinking I'm going to have to knock somebody backwards up the steps and just do what I got to do at this point because I got 5 kids in here. So I come down the steps. I'm like, I'm going to get my hammer because my hammer is normally in my closet, but I know it's downstairs.
Fortunately, after going down the stairs to check what was coming up, the mother found nothing at all, and she was very confused. Was this the act of a spirit? Let me know what you think in the comments. In the following video, a boy called Michael was sitting in his bedroom watching a movie when he was suddenly caught off guard by a huge disturbance. Apparently, over the past week or so, his cabinet had constantly been opening and closing, so he decided that the best option was to tie it closed. However, not even this was enough to completely stop whatever was doing this in its tracks.
So I'm sitting here watching a movie and my cabinet yanked. Like, you can still see it moving a little bit. Like the thing I have it tied shut with, and usually it's tighter than that. And see, look, I told you something was yanking on it. And it's weird because it's been a long time since it messed with this cabinet. Hello? You want to do it again? Are you trying to get the doors open? Well, I would take that as a yes.
Now, if you didn't believe Michael's bizarre story, you most definitely do now. The fact that the door did this twice showed that it wasn't a one-off event, and there was certainly something wrong with that piece of furniture. That wasn't all, though.
Hello? Is there a reason why you wanted me to open the door? I know it's been a while since you messed with this cabinet.
If you listen very carefully, the word evil could be heard once Michael decided to open the cupboard door. This could only mean one thing, and it definitely freaked the poor boy out. Whatever was doing this was on the evil spectrum of spirits, and things only got worse from here. Michael was able to catch one more thing on camera before the ghost took a break, and it was arguably the most prominent capture of the 3. Take a look.
Alright, I'm about to close the door. I'm pretty sure that doll just looked up at me.
Weirdly, the doll with the ginger afro moved backwards, and nothing could have possibly triggered this barring a spirit. Immediately after this insane phenomenon, Michael slammed the cabinet door shut and ran out of the house. We don't know what happened next, but we can only hope that he is now okay. Wraith and his father John loved to explore the woodlands every single day. It became routine for them to go on their nature walks after Wraith finished school, and none of them would rest right if they didn't do it. The upcoming footage comes from one of these nature walks, and was the first time they came across something dangerous on their path. The woods that they ventured were quite peaceful and didn't contain any deadly wildlife. However, in what you're about to watch, all of that seemed to change.
Come on, man, let's do a nature walk. Woohoo! You wanna get it? Yeah. Let's do a nature walk. Come on, let's go. Come on. Hey, isn't that cool, Rafe?
Yeah. Nice don't break. Oh. Look at this.
Yeah, look at the view. Wait, Rafe. Shh. What is that? Shh. What is it? Hey, get over here. Get over here, Rafe. What is that? What is that? Stay behind me. What is it? Are you kidding me? All right, let's go. 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 Go, 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 go. Go, go, Rafe. Go, go. Go. Hold on. Sorry. Hold on. Listen. What is it? What is it? Is it following us? Stay right there. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go!
Now you may be wondering what it was that the duo actually saw that day, but if you slow the clip down at around 1 minute and 35 seconds, a human figure becomes visible. It was unlike any other human though. It had a completely black silhouette and seemed to be carrying something along the lines of a blade. Let me know whether you thought this was a ghost or a murderer in the comments. The only answer that lies right with me is a ghost. It was 15 past 11 at night when a young woman called Lexreen was relaxing in her living room. Her husband was out at work, which meant she had the television all to herself, which was a huge bonus as he disliked the kind of stuff she enjoyed. Anyway, all of this became pointless after one of the most unexplainable phenomena of Lexreen's life came to hit her. It was so confusing that she openly spoke out afterwards about how she still questions the event 2 years later and desperately wants a logical conclusion. However, this conclusion has still not been discovered.
You guys, I'm freaking the out. It is literally 2:50 a.m. Do you hear that? That is my baby's bubble bath crab in the restroom. It just turned on out of nowhere. And I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. Checks, come on, buddy. Come on, let's go check. Come on. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come with me. Come on. Come on. Bitch, my dog won't even fucking come. Come on, buddy. He's coming. Bitch, what the fuck?
As if the toy turning itself on wasn't enough to freak everyone out, there's a very important piece of information to add to this. The crab actually ran out of battery the night before, meaning that it was impossible for it to operate. As well as this, it was levitating above the bathtub, which was most definitely not a natural sight. Lexreen put the toy in the trash once she consulted her husband about it, and they never experienced anything of the sort again. On May 31st of 2024, a TikToker who goes by the name of Dude My House Is Haunted posted a very disturbing video to his account. He had accumulated a decent following over the few weeks leading to this day due to his consistent paranormal videos, and this one was no different. As you can clearly decipher from the name of the account, its sole purpose was to showcase his house and how demented it truly was. This piece of content did the same.
Okay, as you can see, it's a little after 3 o'clock. And I'm hearing kids outside playing. If you listen close, you can hear them. But I've been hearing what sounds like a kid in the house. I know it's probably just an echo from them. Over here, see, I can hear those kids out there. These are some masks my friend got me from Argentina. See, I can hear those kids. Let me move in here. See, you can hear them a little better They're over behind my backyard. Let me move into the kitchen here. And you can see you can hear them out there pretty good. Somebody mowing their yard. See, that sounded like that was in here. I swear it sounds like it's coming from in here. There's nothing in the bathroom. It's just in here, so I know it's nothing in here. I swear I came down like right down there. It sounded like it came from one of the back rooms or like in the hallway or something. That was weird. What is that? I swear it sounded like it was in the house. Shit.
At the very end of the clip, you could hear the faint whisper of a child saying, "See you soon," to the man, which was a very creepy choice of words. Children's ghosts are arguably the most creepy ones, just because of how tormenting they are, and this was proven in this. There was also another piece of knowledge that needs to desperately be picked up on. The man actually lived in a very rural place where kids never played. It was very coincidental that the one day that children were gathering outside, a ghost gathered inside. Not to mention that the kids outside weren't even caught on camera. Perhaps they were all spirits. John, the man in the video you're about to see, loved old antique items and took collecting them as a very serious hobby. He used to check his phone several times a day to see if any antique auctions were going on. And sure enough, on one fateful day, there was. The auction was for a doll from the 1800s, which was recently discovered underground, where the old Victorian road patterns lay. John, being John, snatched up this opportunity to collect a piece of ancient memorabilia, but little did he know how much he and his wife would regret his decision.
I got this doll from a local antique auction. My wife said to get rid of it because she thinks it's haunted and keeps finding random things on the floor. So I decided to leave the house for a bit and film while I was gone. My dogs were the only ones in the house. What did he see? I still don't want to get rid of her.
Disregarding its utterly dementing look, according to John and his wife, being near the doll gave them a cold and chilly feeling. This feeling is commonly reported by people who encounter spirits, making it very likely that this was the case. On top of this, items started moving around in the absence of the family, providing further evidence that something was there. All of this only started happening the day the doll arrived, so it was extremely evident that it was the cause of everything. However, in John's pure delusion, he thought there was a chance that it would all blow over. This went exactly as you would expect it to.
Update on my doll Charlotte that my wife wants me to get rid of. This is what happens whenever I put her near my daughter's old Cabbage Patch doll. But that's not the weirdest part. There's no batteries. But wait, there's more. I even cut the wire to see if that would stop it. Is she causing this? I just can't get rid of her.
The fact that the Cabbage Patch doll had no batteries and a cut wire made it physically impossible for it to move around. But nothing is impossible in the paranormal world. After the recording of this video, the family took the doll to the local church to get it blessed, but the priest sensed evil and refused to do it. They took it to the tip to get rid of it immediately after. The following video took place in a Dutch apartment which hosted a university student. The student was renting the apartment so she had somewhere to stay that was local to her studies. However, she had no idea what would come from calling this place home. On her second night, she was relaxing in the living room, watching television, when one of the creepiest events of her life happened.
What the fuck is that?
Strangely, despite scanning the room for someone, she failed to find a culprit and ran out in fear. But this wasn't the scariest part. As she stared at the doorway anticipating some more supernatural stuff to happen, a dark figure peeked round the door and she ran without any hesitation. Now it's impossible to understand what the motive of this spirit was, but if it was to scare the girl, it definitely succeeded. She left the property 2 weeks later and went to live in a university dorm room instead. It was 2 p.m. in the afternoon in the Adams household, and the entire family was out as the parents were granted a day off work. They were planning to visit the park together for a few hours to gain some bonding time, but little did they know they didn't bring everyone with them, despite the whole family being in the car. Confused? I'll let the security footage do the explaining. Weirdly, the metal chair fell to the floor and started dragging itself along by itself. This was very odd, since no one was present in the building, and no natural force could possibly make something like this happen, especially since the windows were definitely closed. After receiving a notification that something was in their house, the father quickly checked his phone and was left stumped. They never witnessed anything close to this ever again. After sneaking onto an inactive plane at night, young adult Tyler expected to get into a lot of trouble in the case that he got caught. He was prepared to pay fines and be on his way, but he had no idea of the true magnitude of danger he was putting himself in, and it wasn't because of the plane. You see, it was inactive for a reason, but not a reason you'd ever expect.
Did this shit. No, I know I'm not dumb enough to lift those shades up because I got my flash on in here. They gonna catch my ass if they see. I ain't gonna lie to y'all though, it's mad cold in here. And it's dark. I mean, I know it doesn't look that dark on the camera, but it's dark. Let's go! Let's go! Right, sitting on the back of the plane. And y'all probably think I'm fucking insane. Probably think I'm doing this shit for fame.
As Tyler got more and more confident that he managed to board the plane without being detected, one of the seatbelts jumped to the side while he wasn't even close to it. Like any regular human, he quickly turned the corner to see if anyone else had boarded the air vehicle, but to his dismay, he found nobody. It's still unknown what caused the seatbelt to move, but even the most unbelieving people are convinced that this was the act of a ghost. I'm keen to hear what you guys think in the comments. On an unidentifiable evening, a security guard at his local store was working his night shift. Now, usually this was his favorite shift, because no one bothered him, and most of the time, it didn't involve any action. However, all of this was about to change for the worst when he witnessed the craziest thing on the cameras. Take a look.
Just putting things away from the box. All right, now watch. I want you guys to focus on this area right here, okay? Hold on, let me speed this up a bit. All right, watch.
You have the doctrine right, and you stow it on a shelf in your closet, and do not pull that doctrine out.
Boom, you see that? I'll get back here for you guys to give you a better view. Look at that. And I'm just like tripping, like what just happened? At first I didn't know what the hell it was, but went to see that there's a box on the ground. I'm like, okay, it's weird. And now I'm going to look, to see what's going on. It fell, okay, but pay attention to this area right here. Watch.
As he is showing the camera and what it captured, a banging noise could be heard behind him, and he started to become convinced that someone was in the building, despite the cameras not detecting a human yet. Curiously, he decided to wander around the store, and this time he experienced something outside of the screen.
Are you deaf? That's not what I asked you.
Is that you? Look, I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that? Come out. I'm not afraid of you. Is that you? That threw down the box earlier? Come on out. You don't scare me. Come on out, pussy. Always trying to mess with me. Ooh! Oh, shit. No. Hell no. Hell.
Look, there I am, right there. Look, you see that? You see that? Nah. No. Hell no.
At first, this clip is very hard to understand, but once you zoom in, you can see that the guard's hair was tucked. This was very odd, considering that the hair clearly didn't latch onto anything, meaning that a spirit must have decided to do this. Regardless of the cause, the security guard was completely rattled and vowed to never do a shift by himself again. Attics are notorious for being some of the most haunted rooms in houses, and there are countless clips backing up this claim. The upcoming video is one of these clips, and it gets very creepy, very fast. It was taken on September 17th of 2018 and features a father of two called Michael. He heard some suspicious noises coming from the attic and decided to investigate. This is what he discovered. Immediately after entering the attic, the noises started to intensify and items began moving on their own accord. Now that Michael had seen this firsthand, he was convinced it was a haunting rather than a squatter and barricaded the attic shut. Despite closing it though, the noises continued and he was forced to move out just a month later. The house is still listed as haunted to this day. On an October night nearing Halloween, this American family was planning what decorations and costumes they would use for a party they were going to host. They all came up with some great ideas, with some being themed around the supernatural. Little did they know that all of this was about to become real.
I heard the bell. Did you move the bell at all over? Huh? Did you move the bell? No. I heard the bells ring.
At around 9 p.m., they heard the bells outside their door ringing and assumed that someone was at their door like usual. The mother ran a small business and a lot of deliveries came to the house because of it, so this was a regular occurrence for the family. However, after reviewing the doorbell footage, it was far from normal. No one was there. The only possible explanation to this would be the wind, but that day had no wind throughout the evening. It's difficult to excuse this event as something from the normal world. The only safe option would be to blame a spirit. In the following video, a teenage boy named Braden was awake late at night whilst his parents were still fast asleep. He was scrolling through TikTok when he started to hear some pretty loud noises, but the way he reacted to these noises was beyond shocking. You could call it brave, or you could call it foolish, but that's for you to decide. Have a watch.
Wow, it's really bad right now. Okay, hold on. Jesus. Okay, hold up. all that thumping, it was coming from like right in there, in that room.
Come up here for a sec, man.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck was that? You guys, did I just hear that right?
Get up here now.
Okay. That I'm not fucking with. That I'm not fucking with, bro. That I'm not fucking with, bro. That I don't play around with.
As strange as it may have been, Braden heard his own voice aggressively telling him to come upstairs, to which he instinctively entered flight mode and ran for his life. The thing that made this very weird for Braden is that his parents didn't actually wake up to the loud beckon, leading him to believe that he and the camera were the only things experiencing the noise. It's common for mimics to imitate loved ones to tempt people into sinning, but this situation was very unique. The mimic mocked its own prey with seemingly no intentions, so it's safe to assume that it was a very dangerous spirit. Braden's parents still don't believe that anything happened that night, despite him being adamant, and he currently takes therapy sessions. They think he's crazy. On January the 17th of 2008, Kaiden, a young adult at the time, had recently started renting a new house for him, his girlfriend, and their 3 pets. The house had no unusual backstory or anything that would really deter a family from moving in. However, reputations can easily come to an end. It was night 4 in the house at around 6 p.m. when the most peculiar evening of Kaiden's life would occur, and things got terrifying, very terrifying.
Phoebe. Hey. Phoebe. Where are you, girl? Phoebe. Phoebe. Hey, what's the matter, girl? Come here. What's the matter? Are you okay? Come here. Come on up. Phoebe, come on. Hey. What's the matter? Hey, come here. Come on. It's okay. What's the matter, girl? Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on up. Want a treat? Come on. Come here, peeps. Want a treat? Phoebe, what's the matter, girl? What's the matter? You okay? What do you hear? What is it? What is it, girl? Come here. Phoebe, come here. You okay, girl? What's the matter? What's the matter, honey? Do you hear something? Phoebe? Honey? Are you okay? What the hell was that? What is that?
After hearing banging noises from up in the attic, Kaiden decided that he had to go and check what was up there in case of an intrusion. Since the pets were acting strange, it was likely that they could smell or hear someone that he couldn't, and so Kaiden wisely took the signs.
What? Definitely something up here. What? The hell? Jesus Christ.
Strangely, once Kaiden entered the attic, it was completely trashed, and he was devastated as a mess that big would not be easy to clean up. However, at the time, he was pleased that he found nothing up there, but still suspicious. It was when items started moving in front of his very own eyes that things started to become extraordinarily freaky. It's important to note that the light switch for the attic is inside it, so when they turned off, it was impossible for Kaiden to have done so. Something was up there, but he'll never know what. In the following video, a single man called Toby was getting ready to go to sleep when he supposedly noticed something looking at him through the window. Accompanying this sighting was the sound of a lady crying, which disturbed Toby for obvious reasons, and it definitely showed with his reaction.
Okay, look, I'm really tripping out now. Something was looking at me through the window, and I heard that lady crying again, coming out of the kitchen. I'm freaking the fuck out. I am fucking tripping. the basement door. Fuck that. Fuck that. There's something in this house. There's something in here. I'm telling you. Oh, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no, fuck no.
Now, in usual paranormal situations, the ghost would do something harmless but spooky, like move a chair to the side. However, in this crazy scenario, a knife was thrown at Toby, which could have caused some serious damage had it connected. Ghost experts theorized that the spirit wasn't trying to harm Toby, but just scare him. This explains why it delayed until he stepped back from the kitchen to launch such a dangerous item. Regardless, this is one of the most dangerous ghost sightings witnessed, and I doubt anyone would want to switch situations with this man, especially considering that this was only the beginning. After a long night struggling to sleep after the knife situation, Toby considered attempting communication with the ghost and eventually came to the conclusion that he would. He took out his TikTok camera and went downstairs to the living room, and then the moment of truth happened.
Monday, I think it's like the 5th or something. And about 6:30 in the morning. A little handle over there off my grinder come across the floor. It's my little pipe, my little billy club I keep around. It come rolling across the floor this morning. Been pretty quiet lately. I thought I heard voices earlier, but I wasn't sure. It's been pretty quiet for real till now, until a few minutes ago. And we'll see, I guess. Are you here this morning? What do you want? Can you talk to me? Let me know you're here. Okay, so you are here. What do you want? I'm not scared of you. Show yourself. Show yourself to me. I want to see who you are. No, I want to see who you are. Leave me alone. If you can't show me who you are, I want you to leave my house. Show me your face. Show me your face or leave my house. I demand it. No, go. Show me who you are or leave my house. I'm not afraid of you. What do you need? What do you want? Why do you keep bothering me? Are you still here? Hello? I'm not here to harm you, and I do not want you to harm me. Just tell me what you want. Who are you? Do you want me to leave this house? Is this your house? Do you want me to leave? Do you want me out of your house? No, because this is my house. I want you out of my house. If you can't show yourself, I want you to leave.
At first, the ghost cooperated with Toby and continuously moved a metal pole across the room to let him know it was listening. However, after some time, it clearly got bored and stopped entertaining his curiosity. The only sign of the spirit still being present in the later section of the video was when a small shadow appeared in the corner of the room. It's highly possible that something else cast this, but in the event that it was the ghost showing itself, Toby was in for a long day. Towards the end of the video, he claimed that he would upload more content of the sort and try to keep his followers updated on the experience. To our dismay though, he never updated anyone again, and no one knows why. Now, the next paranormal occurrence showcased on this video is actually the follow-up to a video that we've already covered on the channel. In that video, I explained how he searched 20 minutes for the cause of the knocking at his door, and this is the footage of him doing so.
Oh my god.
Weirdly, he found nothing lying around in the forest, despite the knocking being really loud and in a linear pattern. No animal is capable of doing this, so it's very odd that no person was discovered. As well as this, once the man arrived back at the house, his bedroom light was on all of a sudden, and a shadowed figure was standing behind the blinds. Quickly, he ran inside to confirm that there was an intruder, but to his dismay, nothing. This is when Sam really started to become convinced that a ghost was on his property. However, he was an evidence kind of guy, and without any, he couldn't be too sure. With time came his wish, though. A few days after the prior incident, Sam was watching television with his cat when the power completely cut out. He lived in a relatively rural area, and this kind of stuff was normal, so nothing was out of the ordinary though, until he realized the rest of his area still had their lights on. With this knowledge, he needed to investigate the power box, and things got creepy fast.
I just lost power in my house. I looked down the road and I saw lights on, so I think it's just me. I'm gonna go down to the breaker box and see what's up. You stay here, I'm gonna go get the power back on, okay? Everything looks okay. I guess I'm gonna have to call the power company. These were closed. These were 100% closed. I never leave these open. If there's someone or something here, I want you to prove it to me. I want you to close one of these doors. Come on! Oh, if I'm being honest, I'm glad nothing happened. Holy sh!
Once Sam decided to go upstairs and phone up the power company, loud banging noises started happening downstairs, and he assumed it was the cat. He quickly ran down the stairs to the source of the noises to find both the washing machine and the dishwasher flung open. This had no explanation. It was a ghost, and he knew it. Immediately, he beckoned the spirit to do it again and got excited too soon when it didn't at first. However, milliseconds after his victory call, the machine's door closed on its own accord. The following family had only been living in their house for 8 months and had never experienced anything supernatural in their life. They were all religious and had God on their side, which left them strong in the sense of not getting haunted. Despite this power though, on a random Tuesday, things got quite weird.
Dude, you hear that, right? Yeah. Alright guys, I have to start recording. We just moved in here last summer, and we keep hearing these things. Oh. Dude, you hear that, right? Yeah. Don't tell me it's just me. That's ridiculous, man. I don't know.
During a match of Street Fighter against his girlfriend Kayla, he started to hear aggressive banging noises coming from the kitchen and got fed up so went to check. Once he arrived into the kitchen, he scanned the room and found nothing before checking the garden, but this is when the paranormal activity was confirmed. Suddenly, another bang rang around the house, and with a fast reaction, the cameraman turned back into the kitchen to find 2 cabinets open. It's clearly caught on camera as he walks towards the garden that the cabinets were closed beforehand, which leaves little explanation as to why this happened. Feel free to try and solve it in the comments. Unless you put a ghost though, you're incorrect, because this wasn't the only clip that the man captured in the house. Just a few hours after halting the previous recording, the strange noises returned, and after some investigating, an apparition was caught.
Alright, I have to start recording again. I know I just heard something. You guys are seeing this, right? Gotta be joking me. What? You gotta be joking me. Oh, jeez.
Living in the house with the cameraman were 4 other people, so it was possible that the person behind the door was one of the children. However, it's extremely unlikely that the kid was fast enough to get away from the door as quickly as the apparition did, leaving no other explanations barring the supernatural. On October 16th of 2023, a father of 1 daughter heard crying from her room, so he decided to go and check on her. After searching the room, he found that there was nothing to be scared of and told his daughter it was probably a fly before going to bed. When he woke up the next morning though, he decided to check the cameras just to be safe in case something truly did happen. And beyond his craziest beliefs, something did. The lights in the girl's closet started flashing rapidly to the point that they managed to wake her up. We can see her climb from the bed to go and investigate the room, but the footage cuts before anything happens. The father claims that nothing happened from that point onwards, at least during that specific night. Over the next few weeks, he would closely monitor the cameras of the girls' rooms and relocate them every time something suspicious was caught. The following clip shows one of those instances. If listened to closely, a small knock could be heard, and after contacting experts, the family discovered that it came from underneath the girl's bed. It was at this moment that the family considered this spirit a threat, and eventually they would leave for good. It's unknown whether or not this move was successful. On September 10th of 2022, Celsa, a 26-year-old mother of 2, decided to send her oldest daughter to get some cleaning supplies. She had drawn all over her bedroom door, and Celsa was far from impressed with her, so it was only right that the daughter went and got the items necessary. However, after finding out what happened once she went down there, I bet Celsa would have done it herself in a heartbeat.
Mom! Where is it? Okay. Oh, it's right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mama! The door is open again! Oh my god.
Strangely, the drawer opened itself right in front of the camera, which took the young girl by surprise. She quickly turned back on herself and ran to her mother, who comforted her straight away. They had experienced many things over the past week, so they started to notice that it was becoming a common pattern. The family didn't like to publicize too much though, so decided to leave the story there. We can only pray that they are now doing well. These two cafe workers were the last in the building and were designated the task to close. Closing took a while there because there were several things that needed to be turned off and a lot of seating that needed bringing inside, so the crew took it in turns every day. The night before, Stephen, the manager of the store, claimed that he saw a shadow in the corridor and that he was too frightened to close that night, despite it being his turn. He offered the duo in the video an extra $50 if they took the task, and expectedly, they did. I doubt they would have if they knew what happened on the next page of their story, though.
Okay, guys. Oh, I fucking didn't start. We're gonna mess with the ghost tonight. I just wanted to update my TikTok and Instagram people. So I just started TikTok again. We're gonna do some, like, I don't know, I don't want to call it summoning, but we're gonna see what we can do tonight and mess with some ghosties. Yeah! Some ghosties. Manifesting, we're gonna have an experience. Okay. Strong. Yeah. So this has been going on for the last 15 minutes. We were talking to the spirit, and I guess we gave it too much energy, and now things are getting worse. She thinks I'm somehow messing with her, but we are so behind on closing. Like, we have to still clean so much stuff. No. And they just won't stop. Like, the spirits won't give us a break right now. Oh, never mind. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm literally out of breath. I'm so nervous right now. Okay, so this is what we deal with here at Swirls. It's currently 11:18 and we're still not home. And okay, there was a sound right there, and I guarantee I just saw a shadow. I hope I caught that. See? I don't get it. Is there a reason that you're doing this right now?
Dude, the lights were just here, like. Okay. Right?
Yeah, this is our main panel.
Okay, it stopped.
Okay, chill. Okay, so this is what I... No way. Bro, like, I just caught that literally right in front of me. I literally just caught that in front of me. No one is here. Okay, come to the front now. Come on. Yeah, you... Okay. See, this is what I don't like. I hear footsteps from the attic right now. I'm literally still hearing it.
I literally just saw a shadow.
A shadow where?
By the, like, down the wall.
What's going on? Okay, now music's on. I don't understand this. I really don't. Oh my god. 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 Okay, we need to get the lights on. Please come with me. Please come with me. Please go to the switch. Go to the main panel. Just go to the main panel. Okay, turn them on. Turn them on. Turn them on.
Items all around them in the storage room started to fall, and it got to the point where it was genuinely dangerous. As they were running out, the woman screamed, and we didn't actually get to see why. However, we were told in a later piece of content. Apparently a mirror launched off the wall directly at her, but she was able to duck in time, making things even weirder, though it didn't smash, despite such a high drop. It defied physics, and nobody knows how to this day. Moving to a new house can be both exciting and stressful. The excitement comes from the anticipation of a new life elsewhere, but the nerves can often conquer that feeling. How safe will the area be? Will my kid make friends? What if the house isn't as nice as we thought? They are just 3 stressful thoughts that fill the minds of new house purchasers. In the upcoming video, though, it was none of these factors that put them off. It was something much worse. The child was aged 3 years old and was well past the age of stumbling while doing something as simple as launching leaves. As well as this, the motion of which he collapsed was very unnatural and wouldn't have happened because of anything else other than a shove. This video was the one that drew the line for the mother, and she decided that the family would be moving houses just 7 months after moving in. And you can't really blame her for that decision, and the husband didn't either. They followed through with her decision and moved from the rural house to a more urban one, where they felt safer with people all around them. The busy roads and streets made sure that they always had humans nearby who could help if something went wrong. God forbid that they actually needed it. They settled into the new house much faster than the old one and felt truly at home, but little did they know that their old friend got into the car with them. Unlike last time, the spirit didn't try to harm the child, but seemingly tapped him, or something along those lines. The kid quickly turned round in response to the sudden contact, but there was no one other than his mother, who was 5 feet away. This was the last known footage of what we will call the shover incident, but if anything else comes up, I'll make sure to include it in a future video. Subscribe so you don't risk missing it. In the following video, a plumber by the name of Corbin Finn was hired to investigate an old urgent care building for leakages. The company who owned the building closed down before the Texas freeze for an unpublicized reason, but that was the least of Corbin's concerns. He was being paid by another company, a restaurant chain to be specific, to come and fix any leaks that were causing the facility to flood. They were very interested in opening a franchise in that location, so wanted it in top-notch condition as quickly as they possibly could. They clearly needed to find a ghost hunter first, though, because what Corbin came across was completely unexplainable for someone who knew nothing about spirits.
All right, I'm working in an old urgent care that just got shut down. It got shut down before the freeze here in Texas. I'm not sure why it closed down, but it's pretty spooky. I'm supposed to be looking for a leak in here. This bathroom, creepy hallway. Real spooky place. Another bathroom. This is a second 2-story building. This used to be the elevator shaft right here. I guess we're taking the stairs. I guess meditation class used to be upstairs. Had to put your shoes in this little cubby. After some further investigation, there's no one else in this building. I fucking heard someone go down those stairs, though. So, I guess this was the meditation room. There's a lot of natural lighting in here. I probably don't need the flashlight right now. Here's the top of the elevator shaft. You can't fucking see anything down there. So, here's the meditation room. Kind of looks like the fucking back rooms. It looks very culty. There's a stage up here. It looks like a couple of altars next to them. Creepy. Okay, now I'm getting the fuck out of here. That was it.
It doesn't take high-level ears to detect the noises that Corbin heard whilst he was in the building, specifically the one in the meditation room. After this spooky experience, he ran out of the site and called the restaurant manager to tell them he wouldn't go in again until they had a ghost hunter scan the place. Since ghost hunters cost a lot of money though, the chain rejected the proposal and decided to find a better plumber, which they did. The franchise is currently in the same location and running strongly with no paranormal captures. Dogs, along with cats, are known for several things that humans all love. They are cute, they are cuddly, and they are the perfect domestic animals. But they also have one more feature, which is considered to be highly subjective. They can see, or at least sense, a paranormal presence. Everyone knows that these creatures have much better senses than humans, so it does make sense that they can spot light patterns that we can't. That is the reason why so many people truly believe that they can see these spirits. Regardless of what you believe or not though, this video is very disturbing and really freaked out the woman behind the camera. She claimed that she had never felt so uncomfortable in a room with her beloved dog, and she hoped to never feel that way near him again. Take a look.
Bruh. What do you see? Oh my god. What? Girl? You're gonna get me scared.
The dog became very stiff, which is a sign of discomfort and stress. It was also looking down on something, presumably trying to maintain the higher ground. A very strange sequence of actions for a dog to take when there was seemingly no threat in the room. Let me know what you gather from this clip in the comments, but my beliefs won't change. There was definitely a poltergeist in the bedroom. This man was innocently showing off his new fish to the internet when an uninvited guest decided to take a first-hand look. The man, Thomas, had purchased 4 fish and put them all into a tank to try and educate his children on how to look after things. He gave them both jobs to do with maintaining the pets and hoped they would do them well to keep the sea creatures alive. But they didn't even go 10 minutes without a big problem happening. Take a look.
Alright guys, got some new fish. Pretty big tank as well. There's currently 2 black ones, 2 gold ones. I've called them Goldie number 2, a black one, and if you guys have any suggestions for names that... What the f... What the f...
Now at first, it was very hard to visualize what went wrong in this video, but since you're watching Haunter, it will slow down for you. There were fingers on the other end of the tank, and once Thomas acknowledged them, they slipped back behind the door. Instinctively, he decided to go and search the house to find out who it was, but to his dismay, no one barring him was home. Later that day, just 20 minutes before the wife and kids were scheduled to come back home, Thomas was watching television when this spirit decided to make a second appearance of the night. It may have been less severe, but it further made him freaked out by his own home. Have a watch.
Alright guys, so I just thought I'd record a video. I'm home alone. I've been hearing like occasional like banging noises every few days. It's quite late at night, it's like about 1 AM now. I heard a couple of sort of banging. Sometimes it sounds like footsteps, like in the last 10 minutes. Sorry, my camera, by the way, keeps defocusing. I'm not sure why, but yeah, I just thought I'd record to just try and like catch any. Fucking hell, man.
The loud echo of footsteps started ringing around the house, and Thomas was left absolutely stumped as to what caused it. He beckoned his audience to let him know in the comments, and I do the same to you. Make sure to comment what you think caused it, and like whilst you're down there, so more people can see Thomas's story. The following video was captured and uploaded to YouTube by a user deemed as Mr. Spouter, who doesn't usually record any paranormal videos. He had been living in the same house for over 5 years and had never experienced anything that he would consider to be strange or paranormal. As we all know though, trends and patterns always come to an end, and it was definitely the end of this one. It was 3 a.m. at night when it was filmed, and no one can explain it to this day. Take a look.
Something banging then. Something was banging. I'm talking to myself. Something was banging, like, on my stairs. Dusty as fuck. I'm being a pussy. Go on, you fucking pussy. What the fuck? Is that neighbours or what? What was that? What the fuck? Fucking something there. What the fuck?
Now, during the clip, you couldn't actually see what happened to Mr. Spouter, but he made sure to explain it in a later upload. He claimed that something or someone pinched him as he was looking down the stairs, but to no surprise, he didn't convince anyone and was called a faker. Regardless though, that was only 50% of the video, and something much more convincing was showcased.
Freaking myself out, man. Fucking hell. Calm down. What the fuck was that? What's that? What the fuck? Something up there. What the What the
I can't quite decipher what the item was, but something slid across the cupboard by its own accord. This must have been impossible without any strings attached to it, but no matter how far we zoom in, nothing can be seen attached to it. This was 100% the act of a ghost, but feel free to argue against that in the comments. These two women were looking to sell their house and move into a new one, so they decided to go around the area in search of a one-floor cottage. In the clip, you're about to be exposed to the duo searching an old house that was very cheap on the market, but would take some upgrading. Fortunately, they both enjoyed decorating and transforming houses though, so it would have been no problem if they actually followed through with the purchase. Why didn't they? Well, have a watch and find out for yourself.
Mesmo sem querer vir. Olha, tá vendo aí, ó. Faz tempo. Misericórdia. Ai, pera ainda. Eu vi. Mulher, que foi isso, pelo amor de Deus? Tava balançando aí. Ô, Tico. Ai. Olha. Ui. Mulher. Olha. Misericórdia ali, ó. Eita, meu Jesus. Eu vou dizer um negócio, viu? Olha. Eu vou dizer a tu. Eu tô toda arrupiada.
foi aquilo, mulher? Tu viu?
Understandably, the duo sprinted out of the house as quickly as they possibly could and confirmed that they were not going to be buying the cottage. When the owner asked them why this was the case, they showed him the video and he was genuinely in shock. The house had never seen anything like that in the past, and he apologized for putting it on the market in that state. They accepted this apology and left. If you were to visit a haunted house, what would be the last room you would consider visiting? Let me know in the comments, but I know that there is only one correct answer to such a question: the basement. The basement is known for being the epicenter of paranormal activity in most places because it is so tucked away. The majority of haunted videos come from this type of room, and that statistic keeps on becoming stronger, fortified by the following video. It was taken at 10 p.m. and the filmer, Joshua, heard noises coming from the basement whilst he was tucking his daughter into her bed. He was brave. He went to investigate.
Hello? I'm gonna turn on the light. All right? Hello? Hello? No. Okay. I heard something. Nothing? Is anyone there? Whoa, Jesus!
Weirdly, the closet slid across the floor by itself, and it was clear that nothing triggered this. The fact it was clear helped that conclusion come around. However, there was no concrete evidence that this was the case. It just kind of made sense, so the family stuck with it. Due to this, they couldn't get anyone to come and try to get rid of the ghost because there was no real evidence of one being there, at least not during that current moment. A few days later, at the exact same time, which was already odd enough, Joshua heard more noises from down in the basement whilst he was upstairs and decided to take a look again. This time, he filmed something much more severe.
The following footage was recorded after hearing voices from upstairs. Please be advised, the images that you see may be disturbing.
I heard some noises again. Hello? No!
Let's watch that again, here, and slow it down. Here is a close-up image of the figure that was seen walking across the doorway at the bottom of the stairs. This image can still not be explained.
It doesn't even take a zoom in to notice that there was a shadow figure walking past the door, clearly trying to freak Joshua out. It succeeded if that was its mission. After seeing this, he locked the door to the basement with a padlock and wooden barriers before finally contacting the church to come and help. This was the last update we were given. Lamine, a young boy in college known for sharing his name with soccer player Lamine Yamal, was left home alone by his parents one night as they wanted to go to a hotel and have some alone time. They had been talking about having another child for quite some time, and Lamine really wanted a brother, so he was happy that this was finally going to come about. Little did any of them know, though, that this would turn out to be the creepiest night of Lamie's life so far. It was 4 a.m. when this video was captured, and he had been woken up by the noise of a rattling door. Lamine was in fear because perhaps burglars were taking advantage of his parents not being home. However, after what was about to happen, he was wishing that that was the actual case.
Estaba jugando a la PC. Si escuchan, literalmente me estaban
golpeando la puerta. Me están golpeando la puerta, mejor dicho. Pero justo... Miren, no hay nadie del otro lado. No hay nadie del otro lado. Tengo las luces prendidas como me dijeron, tengo todo ahora. Pero quiero que vean que acá no hay nadie. Tengo todo, nosotros. Grabé del otro lado y todo.
After opening the door, he found that nobody was on the other side, and when he decided to just go and play on his PC until his parents came home, he heard a bang. Understandably, for his young age, he ran to his bedroom and hid under the covers until he fell fast asleep. His parents arrived home the next day, and nothing similar happened since. Security cameras are a useful device set up in most buildings across the globe. They excel in deterring thieves and criminals in general from doing things that they shouldn't, because if they do, it'll all be on camera and hence it becomes easy to bust them. There is one type of species that is not intimidated by the presence of these cameras though, and it happens to be the creatures from the paranormal world. Ghosts live in no fear of security cameras because they are invisible and don't pay the consequences even if they do get caught in the act. The one in the following video definitely took advantage of this.
Hittek el már megint mi történt a mai live alatt? Konkrétan a kutya fél órán át valamit ugatott a nappaliba, egy árnyat, konkrétan vissza kellett nézni a lakásban a kamerákat, hogy mi az Isten volt, nézzétek meg ti is, nagyon para, azóta Zafi be van fosva. Már konkrétan több mint fél éve érzékeljük ezeket a szellemjárásokat, és fogalmam sincs, hogy mit csináljunk. Nagyon para, srácok.
At first, you could see the dog barking at utter nothingness, which left everybody in a state of confusion. However, just moments after a shadow glided across the room and the chair moved by itself. Very spooky indeed. After reviewing this footage, the woman, Sienna, refused to believe that it was a ghost and got on with life like nothing happened at all. She would regret this very soon though. Over the next few days, not much happened, other than the fact the entrance to one of her storage areas fell off down the stairs. This was strange in itself, because it was screwed on very well, but Sienna didn't pick up on the oddness about it. She spoke to her boyfriend and asked him if he could fix it for her, but he said she should take a look inside first. For all they knew, there could have been a squatter making the place their home, and they didn't want to deal with anything like that. Listening to her boyfriend, Sienna took her phone camera and investigated. What she found was definitely unexpected.
És az esett le ide?
Igen, az ott volt lent.
Hát ilyen szervizelagút szerintem.
Ja, de ilyen több is van a lakásban.
A szobába is.
Meg a madaras szobába is van.
Le tudsz szedni, vagy?
Nagyon hideg jön, de nem látok be. Szerintem fel kell emelni.
Ugasson van. Lerakó a kamerát, ezt felemelek. Na mi van ott? De látszik? Látszik sem. Lakik ott benne valaki, tudod. Az mi? Az micsoda? Ez felemelt, azt oda ennyi.
Az egy papa.
És látszik valami.
Itt is van egy, de ezt nem tudjuk kinyitni. A stúdióban is van egy ilyen pici ajtó.
For some very odd reason, 3 sticks were hung by string at the entrance, and the last time they entered, there was nothing like this. Something of that sort cannot happen naturally, so someone must have tied them together. The real question beckoning their minds now was who. There was only one way to find the answer to such an open-ended question, though. The couple had to be brave and enter the secret room together to give it a proper search. They grabbed a torch and their phones before clambering into the tiny hole. This is what happened inside.
Vettünk 2 zseblámpát, hogy lássunk a járatba, és azt mondtátok, hogy nem mozdítsuk el a voodoo papát, úgyhogy ahhoz nem fogunk hozzányúlni. Én nem akarok előre menni.
Akkor megyek én előtte meg, jössz mögöttem és világítasz. Akkor nem érünk hozzá.
Csak óvatosan.
Jössz? Itt van valami előttünk.
Itt el tudunk menni?
Szerintem, ja. De vigyázz a tiszta pókára minden. Nagyon szűk a hely. Aha. Mi volt ez?
Nézd oda, annyira hideg van, hogy látszik a leheletem.
Azt a kurva.
Úristen, mi az ott? Világíts gyorsan oda.
Hol?
Ott.
Jézusom, menjünk.
Hol lesz a voodoo baba? Eltűnt.
De madzag még itt van. Foglald össze.
Nem tudom, hogy ti láttátok a videón, de volt ott valaki. És a voodoo babát sehol sem találtuk. Mióta kijöttünk, Zafi folyamatosan ugatja a járatot.
Strangely, a pale-looking object dashed into cover once they pointed their flashlight on it. Unfortunately, it wasn't visible for long enough to uncover what it was, but be my guest and let everyone know in the comments if you think you have an answer. Making things even more unsettling, the dog would continuously bark at the entrance night and day, which made things difficult. Sleeping at night was very hard, and enjoying the daytime was even worsely barricaded. Not as badly as the entrance to the secret room, though. After realizing that something was living in there, the boyfriend took his hammer and some wooden planks and shut the door tight, making sure that even if a human was on the other side, it wouldn't be able to break itself free. This plan backfired horrendously, though, and here's why. Somehow, the spirit managed to escape the room and cause havoc all around the household, which confirmed to the couple that they were indeed being haunted by something. This had never happened to them before, and they had no idea how to react to it, and they still don't to this day. The Cortez family were one of the most normal groups of people you could ever imagine. Nothing interesting ever happened in their life other than the odd outing, so they would be the last family you'd expect to see featured on this channel. In the following video, the father of the family was staying up late at night to do some work, when all of a sudden he felt something very off that he couldn't describe. In response to this, he decided to go and investigate downstairs, and what happened was unbelievable. It's important to note that the family was indeed religious and had a wall widespread with crosses for that reason. Whatever caused the following to happen likely hated that fact.
Vamos a ver qué sucede porque esto está muy cabrón. Ya todos están dormidos, a ver. No mames. Es una lámpara que tengo aquí. Se está moviendo bien cabrón. Están las cruces. Chinga. Vamos a ver qué sucede porque esto está muy cabrón. Ya todos están dormidos, a ver. No mames. Es una lámpara que tengo aquí. Se está moviendo bien cabrón. Están las cruces. Chinga.
Strangely, something from the cross display collapsed to the ground without warning, and nobody was there who could have triggered this to happen. Considering this was the act of a spirit, and it decided to tamper with a wall of religious art, it led the Cortez family to believe that they were being visited by a demon, but they never got any more evidence after that. Now, in a recent video on the channel, we delved into an adventure by Karim, who somehow found himself in a terrible situation. To summarize, he had become lost and found himself at an abandoned building where he was continuously being led to this little girl's room. During his time inside this room, he had seen some very disturbing things, but none were quite bad enough to make him turn around and try to escape. He was given enough warnings. It was time to give Karim the fright of his life.
Otra vez ruido en la pieza de mi hija. Podrido de los sonidos, los ruidos. Paren un poco, hijo, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué es eso? La concha de su madre. Yo había apagado la luz de ahí. Oh, esto me da muchísimo miedo.
The worst part about that piece of footage was most definitely the noises that the ghost was making. It was whimpering like a little girl, and like we debunked in the last video, this made perfect sense. All around the room were boxes with the name Rebecca on them, which made it very obvious that it used to be the room of a little girl. Perhaps the ghost haunting Karim in this specific moment was that girl, but that's just a theory. After experiencing this, Karim decided to take a step back and have a breather before he entered the building one last time. He wanted to gather as much evidence as possible about the place, and fortunately, he managed to get a tiny bit more clip.
Estoy solo en mi casa y pasa esto. Si tienes miedo no lo mires, al final algo intenta atacarme.
After plucking up the courage to re-enter the building, Karim was greeted by much more demented sounds. Last time he could compare the sounds to something, but this time around they were indescribable, almost like they came from a mythical creature of some sort. Understandably, this was enough to send Karim running to safety, and he eventually came across a main road. He held his hand out until someone pulled over, and he asked them to call his friend to come and pick him up. Luckily, he did. Karim will never walk in that same direction again. Who knows what the spirit would do to him next time. Dogs, as well as cats, are known for having a sense that humans don't have. The sense to visualize beings from the paranormal world. There are countless videos on the internet of families, cute little pets, barking at absolute nothingness for hours on end, and even staring at seemingly walls. A lot of people believe that this is simply an act of boredom and an attempt to keep themselves entertained, but that's just foolish. It's spirits, and if the following video doesn't convince you, then I don't know what will.
That was hella weird. There's literally no way that door just opened by itself. Y'all, like, I really don't get freaked out, but that was really just... That door has a keypad lock on it. Like, and it's actually hard to get in. Dutch, where are you going? Don't leave me. There's like... What? Why did you just jump like that? Why did... Baby! Y'all, do you see her? What the fuck is going on? Yo!
For some strange reason, the dog started barking behind the door, and it looked very stiff. When a dog is stiff, it usually means that it is worried or frightened by something, and whatever was behind the door was likely the cause for this. What worried me was the fact that the poor dog was looking so high up. Whatever that thing was, it must have been massive, and the woman would be insane to not call up the local priest for the job. Let me know what you think about this scenario in the comments, but trust me, I am more than certain that something spiritual was enjoying her garden. CCTV is one of the best installments that someone can install into their home because they are so useful at deterring crime. They can help people look back at footage and see exactly what happened as many times as they would like to, which is huge in catching criminals in the act. However, in the upcoming clip, the woman decided to do this in order to try and find out who caused this phenomenon to happen. To her dismay, this is what she found on the camera.
What the fuck? Come here. What the fuck?
Literally no one. Somehow the curtain moved by its own accord, and the faint whisper of the words, "Get out," echoed next to the camera. This was most definitely the act of something from the paranormal world, but the lady who got spooked by it wasn't able to accept that this was the case. She hired people to dig through everything and try to find any trace of someone or something being there with her that night. But no matter how much money she splashed on these companies, none of them came back with any turnaround. She spent upwards of $300 before finally giving up on the search and deeming herself as crazy. Despite all of that, she still doesn't believe in ghosts. This security guard called Shane was working a night shift at the hospital when one of, if not the creepiest things of his life, happened there and then. According to Shane, the wheelchair in the corridor started periodically spinning at around 2 a.m. and had been for a few weeks. However, no one else on the staff team believed that this story was true. On this fateful night, he took it upon himself to capture the drama unfold and truly prove that he wasn't going crazy, and prove he did, because after this video, no one could deny him.
See, I fucking do. No.
As if this piece of content wasn't already unsettling enough, that was the wheelchair ridden by an ex-patient called Sheila, who sadly passed away a few weeks prior. And remember what Shane said about the wheelchair moving, starting at around that time. Regardless of a ghost haunting their corridors, the staff get on with their day-to-day tasks, and it became tradition to say hi to Sheila once you walked past the corridor. They did their best to save her, and it was very saddening to see her death. On the other hand, refreshing to know that she was still living the life. On October 12th of 2017, a Spanish man by the name of Andre was home alone in the living room when he managed to accidentally get something on his camera. He was recording a funny Snapchat for his group chat of friends when suddenly the topic of the video took a huge drift for the worst. Andre described after this event that he would never go near his rhino ornament ever again, and after taking a look, you won't hesitate to agree with his decision, so go on.
Amigos, son las 1:26 de la madrugada y estoy solo, ya van 3 veces que me tocan la puerta a mi casa y relativamente pues yo estoy solo, pero pues la verdad es que sí me da miedo. La neta no sé ni qué onda en mi casa y pues sí me da un chingo de miedo. Les juro. No mames, vete a la verga. No mames, no mames. Vete a la verga. No, neta, vete a la verga. Se acaba de caer esta madre. No mames. No mames.
What made this rather odd was the fact that the rhino landed perfectly and didn't shatter in the slightest. It was a very fragile piece of art, and the seller warned the family to be careful with it. It made absolutely zero sense that it managed to fall from such a height without even a single chip. The leading theory to explain this is that the ghost behind the event quickly placed the rhino on the ground so that no real gravitic potential energy was built up, hence why it didn't lash out when it hit the floor and exploded. It was a close call for the ornament regardless. It was on an online selling website just hours later. In the following video, a woman is sitting in the living room watching her hyper-realistic human dummy that her ex purchased for her. She was in the process of selling it because of how weird it actually was. However, I don't think the dummy was too fond of that idea.
This thing just moved.
Football giants. Boy, all the talking heads would have been screaming about the Dallas Cowboys and sticking and forking in this organization. So again, kudos to the Cowboys going on the road, getting a good win. See how they win that movie. There's a saying in golf, there's no pictures on the scorecard. If you're Dallas, you don't care if it's by $5 or it's going to be like, you're just happy that you moved to 2-2. The injury to Parsons, and we don't know anything at this point, he just left by a car with the left shoe off. How do you assess what that man is? The defense is struggling, but it's not better if he's out of the field. I mean, that would be, if he's missing any significant time out of it, he's that better. He's a better player.
Oh my God. The door just moved.
33 propels 100 affordable housing laws, including
Early on, much more involved, particularly
the safety over the top, and you'll see right down here. Ending ever, a free personal Suzuki dessert. An entree plus free dessert, just $13. That's a sweet deal. You can see sure, that's what I meant. We weren't able to take the Super Bowl away. There's a lot of involved.
Are you real? You can do it again. I won't watch.
Strangely, the dummy's hand moved by its own accord, indicating the possession of the toy. The woman claimed that this wasn't a first-timer, and it had done stuff like this in the past. Very creepy. This bar worker was in the wine cellar, making sure everything was clean before opening the building. However, just as he was about to finish his job, an unexpected mess came up out of nowhere, and he was forced to clean that up as well. The cause of this mess was very strange and most definitely led to paranormal activity. So, take a look for yourself. For some strange reason, the wine on the shelf started to fall to the ground, creating a huge mess for the employee to tidy. This was very unfortunate because he had just finished cleaning the floor, and this meant he had to do the task all over again. To his luck, his boss generously offered him $20 for cleaning this up, since it definitely wasn't the poor guy's fault. What do you guys think happened here? All the staff were sure a ghost was present.